Hello and welcome to EnglishLogica's expression series. In this video, we are going to look at some phrases and expressions with the word head. Head is a noun that refers to a part of the body, but in these expressions and phrases, it can mean something else. For example, we can say head over, head down to, head out, head off, head up. Here, head becomes part of a phrasal verb and it can mean to go. It's time for me to head off means it's time for me to leave. I think I'll head over to the pub for a drink means I'm going to go to the pub. You could say, maybe we could head up to the countryside for the weekend. Or, maybe we could head down to the concert tonight, depending on the direction you are going. Heading for. If you say you are heading for something, it means you are moving or acting in a way that will bring you closer to it. So, you can say, we are heading for disaster. Or, the doctor might tell you, if you keep eating this way, you are heading for a heart attack. If you head back, you return to where you came from or go back to the start. So, if you were on a boat and it is getting late, you could say, it's getting dark. I think we should head back to the shore. Or, if you are out with your friends and you want to leave, I'm getting tired. I think I'm going to head back home. Or, if you are heading towards something, it means to go in the direction of. It can be used literally, as in, let's head towards the castle. Or figuratively, we are heading towards another major breakthrough in our research. We are heading towards a major catastrophe if inflation continues. Put the head down. Keep the head down. When you put your head down or keep your head down, you work hard, ignoring distractions. It can also mean to stay out of trouble and to do what is expected without attracting negative attention. Your mother and I expect you to keep your head down this year and study hard to pass your exams. If we all keep our heads down for the next few months, we shouldn't be discovered by the police. Head start. When you give someone a head start, you offer them an advantage in place, time, or position, literal or figurative. I'm giving Jenny a head start in the race because she is younger than the others. Research proves that children from affluent families often have a head start when it comes to reading and basic math skills. over your head. So, be over your head is an idiomatic expression which means to be in a situation beyond your experience or capabilities. John, I'd like to ask you for your expertise here. I'm in way over my head with this project. I borrowed some money to pay off a loan. The interest is very high, and now I'm in way over my head and I can't cope. To make heads or tails of. When you try to make heads or tails of something, you are trying to figure out something which is not clear or is difficult to understand. Doctors' handwriting is always difficult to make heads or tails of. Can you explain this diagram to me? I can't make head nor tail of it. Note that you'll sometimes hear heads nor tails, which is an older way of saying heads or tails. Lose the head. If you lose the head, it means to become very angry or emotional or lose control. When I tell my father I crashed his car, he's going to lose the head. This customer service is terrible. I just want to speak to someone who can help me. I'm starting to lose the head. Cool head. The opposite of lose the head is to keep a cool head, which means to keep calm and relaxed, especially in a difficult situation. Arun always succeeds in chess because he doesn't panic and keeps a cool head. The first thing to remember in an emergency situation is to keep a cool head. Clear your head. When you clear your head, you take a moment or a break to gather your thoughts or deal with a difficult emotion. The news has really upset me. I just need a few days to clear my head before returning to work. The negotiations have been very stressful. I suggest we all take a break to clear our heads. Hotheaded. Hotheaded is an adjective to describe a person who becomes angry or aggressive easily. This kind of person might easily lose their head. Paolo is very difficult to work with. He's extremely hot-headed, and yesterday he was shouting at everyone. This client is known to be very hot-headed, so be careful what you say to her. Head up a team. When you head up a team, it means you are the captain, leader, or manager. Anne, I'd like you to head up a team of our best designers to come up with a solution for the new office space. Get it straight in my head. To get something straight in your head is the process of making something clear or understanding, often when the information is surprising or negative. It can also mean to keep track of information or details. I am a terrible liar. I can never keep the story straight in my head. Just so I have this straight in my head, the client is saying we owe them money. This was a challenging project. I had to keep so many people's jobs and roles straight in my head. Keep your head above water. To keep your head above water means to be just about able to continue or manage. The new tax rates have caused a lot of trouble for the company, but we are just about managing to keep our heads above water. Since their father lost his job, the family have barely kept their heads above water. Emptyheaded. Emptyheaded is an insulting adjective to describe someone who is considered unintelligent or as not having good judgment. It can also be used to talk about people who seem to value only material things. I find it difficult to spend time with empty-headed people. I prefer to discuss literature and philosophy. He is so empty-headed. All he talks about is his car and designer clothes. Tackle it head on. When you tackle something head on, you deal with something in a direct manner or without hesitation. I prefer to tackle problems head on. I always find it better to be direct. The new penalties should address the problem of speeding on the roads head on. These are just some of the expressions and phrases that contain the word head. Can you think of any others? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more English expressions and videos, or visit us at EnglishLogica.com.